Good morning and welcome. It's a Tuesday morning, a very chilly Tuesday morning for the month of February.
It was a bit chilly this morning.
It is still very chilly, actually.
I don't know. I hope the weather stays sort of calm.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, we don't mind here at Wake Up Nigeria. Anytime, any day, whatever the weather, we are always here in front of your screens to usher you into a brand new day for the work week.
Now, we're not just on your screens. We're in your homes. We're in your faces with all the things you need to see, hear, and enjoy before you get out to go and take your day by the...
Bull by the horn?
There's something.
Assuming it's a bull.
Yeah.
If it's a tiger, it should be the tail.
Exactly.
I think.
Take the bull by the horns. I don't know. Just Jesus take the wheel in any case.
Booyah.
We are going to have an amazing show on Tuesdays. We focus on really interesting stuff. In fact, our conversations yesterday were really good.
Very interesting. In fact, we have a carryover for today. And joining us still, of course, is the princess of Wake Up Nigeria, our princess, Winfred Agbeleshe. How you doing, girl?
You're so paid for this hour. You keep on adding. I'm good. Good morning, guys. I love the weather, by the way. I love it. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Stay moisturized, Mazino. Stay moisturized.
I know, right? That moisturizing bit. Some of us don't have it down to a T yet. We're still working on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm always hiding my shea butter. I don't know. Yes.
So, love her shea butter.
What? Why? No, really.
Well, listen, the Hamatan has kicked off. I don't know why it's been so late, but hey, we're enjoying it. Hopefully you are too. Now, this is how you can actually check us out. Thank you very much, by the way, for joining us on channel 16 on GOTV and 121 on StarTimes. The option for UHF is 49. Thank you very much for being with us this morning.
You can always stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website. We're live on YouTube right now. Search for TVC Entertainment, and we're live on X.
Absolutely. Now, the hashtag, did you tell them already? Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. If you want to send in any messages, we are going to be glad to read them, please. And make sure that you have that notification bell rung on YouTube to make sure that you get every single bit of content that we post on there, even after the show. An alert on your phone it'll bring.
So, yes, without further ado,
Yes,
we are going to be giving you updates when it comes to everything that went down in the world of entertainment and the Grammys. Yes.
Oh, yes.
We have something specially packaged for you today, and we're going to be joined by a really special guest, friend of the house.
Akieleo. Akieleo. And also Feifei, a very, very social commentator when it comes to entertainment. And for health, Dr. Bojuola Abiri is a consultant, psychiatrist, lecturer, managerial psychologist, professional speaker, and also the CEO of a ReadyMed consulting service. And he will be discussing mental health, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Amaka Odunwo is a personal and family life coach with a background in guidance and counseling. With over 15 years of experience, she's cultivated a deep understanding of household dynamics, working across diverse sectors such as families, non-profits, schools, churches, and so much more. Very important, especially in 2024, understanding your child. What language is your child speaking? Body language, actual English, or is it vernacular?
Still tilquabble babble.
Child babble, how to understand it and more coming your way later on. Queen of the screen, Etinosa Idemudia is a Nigerian actress, social media influencer, and filmmaker. Best known as from her role in Akugbe, the Rock original series. In fact, there's quite a few amazing pieces she's been in of recent. We're going to be having a really interesting conversation with her very, very soon.
Quite an interesting lineup we have for today's show for a Tuesday.
And super packed.
See what I told you guys yesterday about Nigerians and your angst when it comes to competitions? Now, Nigerians have been all about social media, especially because of the Grammys and then football, so it's like a twofer. However, the Nigerian High Commission has come out to warn their very own Nigerians, saying,
In South Africa, yes.
Please, be very, very careful and restrain yourselves from loud, exuberant celebrations should Nigeria win. Two ways I'm looking at that.
Should Nigeria.
They're like, okay, fine, we want Nigeria to win. We're definitely going to win, so we're not going to jinx it. We're going to say, when Nigeria wins, please refrain from all these, because, it could go, it could go like that.
It could go either way.
To be honest, I have no problem with, we talking against violence and all of that. However, I like the fact, we are trying to caution Nigerians, but at the same time now, Isn't it weird? You're telling people not to express their joy and celebrate because some other people would literally decide to be criminal about their joy. I feel they should be cautioning the other party to literally.
Who's to say that they've not been cautioned?
Who's to say that their culture doesn't
We've not seen it. Have we seen it?
In the end,
we've not heard from their commissioner.
We are hearing from our own high commission. They have the right to talk to us.
Yeah.
And we know
different. They're telling us not to be violent or not to do any weird stuff, but now not to celebrate.
No. Okay, so this is what I think. I doubt that they're not asking us to celebrate. They're saying just don't be overzealous, don't be exuberant, don't overdo it, because Nigerians have been known to be very, very
excited. We have a lot of energy.
There was a video of the guy,
and a lot of money apparently.
There was a video of the guy in the stadium during the AFCON who was making a video, and I think it was I can't remember who it was we were playing against, but they were all around him. Yeah. And he was speaking in English. They only hear French, and he was absolutely insulting them.
Wow.
In their presence, and I thought that was a bit a bit much. So if you go to South, if you're in South Africa,
so there should be caution. They should be.
There's a precedent,
of course.
You know, all the issues of xenophobia in the past, and even during this AFCON, we've seen all sorts of things happen within Abidjan and where the players actually are from their own.
So now I feel security agents should be on guard and be very, very particular in these times, right? And they should be a press talking about not one for every Nigerian. You are not going to paint my people like that. Really? You're not going to do that. Yes. They should literally tell them, fine. I mean, while people are celebrating, we've actually accepted the fact that football has a cult-like following. It's a culture. People are passionate about it. So yeah, of course, when another person is expressing joy, calm down and take it.
I was today
a win for one is a win for all.
I was today old when I discovered that the word cult actually comes from culture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You didn't know that?
Hey.
Really?
That's one for you for early morning little tip.
And our culture is to take the weather at this point.
Wow.
Hello and good morning. It's time for us to take the news right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thank you for joining us. Worried by the spate of kidnappings in Nigeria, the police in Abuja have arrested a gang of 6 suspects in connection with the kidnapping of 4 people in Sabon, Lugbe, and Idu Baji Mountain in Karumo area of the Federal Capital Territory. Now, the victims have also been rescued. Sifon Essien reports.
They used to come in from Kaduna to do that.
It's an experience they'll not forget in a hurry. On January 28th and 29th, these people became victims of kidnapping at different times in the suburbs of Abuja. But their captors ran out of luck when the police launched a rescue operation for the victims.
Quite an experience, early hours of 9 p.m. or so, where I wasn't really conscious of the time because we were just coming back from work. And then we encountered them on the road and they opened fire. The last thing I remember was that they took my phone and they took me away. But they shot the gunshots they fired actually hit my wife on the neck. She still has it.
The other man that was lying down, losing his hand and losing mine, that was when we ran. As we were running, the Fulani guy came back to pursue us. So pursuing us, I went another way and the other man went another way. So it was the man that he was pursuing. So on pursuing the man, he wanted to hit the man, but he was not able to hit the man. So the Fulani guy fell down. I was not able to stand up again. So that was how we ran, and to God be the glory.
He followed me. As he was following me and now run, he wanted to hit me, fall. Falling is like he was dislocated before he began to cry. We begin to walk inside bush, me and her. We came different direction. This one came different direction. 2 of us came different direction to Gwagwa. We boarded Kekana Pepe back to Karumo.
Not done yet, police operatives went after the fleeing kidnappers. Now, all members of the gang have been arrested.
Wanted list. So he organizes every kidnapping around. So this is a stopping trend. So by the grace of God, it's in our net. These are his co-members and the gang leader. They used to come in from Kaduna to do the act. Today he is here with us. This is the leader, this is Buhari. So the law has caught up with him. They are informants and the errand girls. When you see them, you do not suspect them. They will come and buy things for them. You will not suspect them because they are girls. That is their work.
Special operations by the police are yielding some result, but the evolving security challenges in the northwest of the country also have a severe impact on Abuja. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, police operatives are searching in the bushes of Olamboro in Kogi State on a mission to rescue passengers kidnapped by bandits. Reports indicate the assailants hijacked 2 commercial vehicles in Nile Ekete Ogudu, New Road, and made way with the vehicles with the passengers. The commercial vehicles belonging to God is Good and ABC Transport left Lagos en route Abuja before they were ambushed. The police in Kogi State say the DPO, local vigilantes and hunters have been in the bushes in effort to rescue the victims. The police command has also deployed additional tactical squad comprising quick response unit, police mobile force, counter-terrorism unit on the rescue mission. Now, outside Nigeria, King Charles III has been diagnosed with a form of cancer, and he will be suspending his public duties to undergo treatment.
Buckingham Palace has announced that form of cancer, he'll be suspending his public duties to undergo treatment. The announcement has come in a week after the 75-year-old sovereign was discharged from a London hospital after a procedure to treat an enlarged prostate. The palace has not disclosed what form of cancer he has, but confirmed that the cancer was detected in the course of that procedure. A schedule of regular treatments have commenced, and on the advice of doctors, public-facing duties have been postponed. King Charles will undertake state business and official paperwork. According to the release issued by the palace, he remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible.
Look forward to welcoming His Excellency the President of the Republic of Korea.
Is wishing him a speedy recovery. And at this point, we have to wrap it up on the news for this hour on Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Listen, let's get it out there.
Yeah.
I've been complimenting Titi all morning because
Why?
she looks exceptional. And I said, should I use the word I used?
No.
I thought it was a good word.
Don't put it out there. The internet never forgets.
You look good today. I love the short hair,
Thank
short
you.
dark hair, and the dress
Thank you,
just complimenting.
Trying something different.
Yeah, it's very nice. When for you look good too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have an interesting story, don't we?
Yes, we do. Well, in fact, I don't even think it's a story. I think it's something a lot of people have been through before when it comes to these online transactions.
Oh, yes.
things.
I got a story.
Now, when it comes to online transactions, whether it's POS, whether it's transfer, whether it's, even just going to the ATM machine, sometimes there are these network issues that are so annoying.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
But you have an instance. Before I tell you my story from last Sunday.
So I'm not trying to say, I know the truth or the actual
event that occured.
Yeah,
in this
I don't know in this instance who is innocent
allegations.
or who is not.
Well,
but there are allegations against Lizzie Anjorin, a former Nollywood actress. She's still an influencer. She apparently sells, jewelry.
Why did you say former?
Well, that's what most of the blogs are adding. They're adding former.
You ever leave
Has retired now.
Has she?
Well, that's what they're saying online. I stand to be corrected.
What's the story, though?
Essentially, she was in what seems to be Balogun Market, or at least Lagos Island, some area of Lagos Island, purchasing gold, or at least golden accessories. And apparently, she made a transfer. According to her, she made a transfer, and it had network issues. And as she was walking out, someone ran up to her and said, accused her. They said fake transfer. Fake transfer. So I know that these things do happen. But that loud accusation of fake transfer is such a big deal, especially in a place like Lagos Island.
That's like shouting Ole in 1984.
That's
exactly.
That's like bring tire.
Exactly.
Like I'm just trying to imagine how she, how that scene really went down. There was a video online of a lot of the situation, and apparently there was gold found on her. But the thing is, who's to say if it is the gold she tried to purchase that was on her? Who's to say whether she, took the gold without...
I hope that she's absolutely honest in this instance. I hope that it was just a misunderstanding.
I hope
because
so too.
I have been in instances where you've made transfers and they have reverted without you knowing, and anybody could have just accused me. I'll give you an instance from Sunday. On Sunday, I decided to ride out. It was supposed to be my first ride out for the year. Didn't go too far in any case, but I had to buy fuel. I bought fuel, 20,000 naira on my bike. Yes, it does take more than 20,000 naira, even if it's a bank. Before somebody say, boo-boo. No.
20,000 naira for the type of bike he rides. Yes.
Yeah. So I had made the purchase ATM, a POS, and I had ridden off. So I stopped to make a call and realized that I got a text message that reverted the 20,000 naira to my account.
So it was reversed.
It was reversed.
Okay.
Apparently, it never went. Sort of.
Yeah.
Or it might have gone and then I don't know how these things work. You
Yeah.
bankers tell us. So I had to make a 20-minute return back to the fueling
20
station.
minutes.
And as I was riding into the fueling station, I saw the poor petrol attendant on
the floor.
On the floor like this. And when he saw me come, this guy practically worshipped me.
Wow.
Oh, God bless you, thank you. I don't know what I would have done and everything. Now, that's one of many instances where I've had these issues happen to me. Sometimes I've made transfers and they've gone multiple times.
Yeah.
Especially at bars, and then you have to go back there and keep drinking because
they don't respond.
They're like, okay, I'll just open a tab for you.
Yeah,
welcome anytime.
I didn't know you visited bars.
Oh, trust me,
but if it happens in church when you do multiple tithe offerings, it's good. Just
this month and next month now.
The critical thing here is what's happening with our online banking. We've been encouraged for the past many years to go cashless. We're finally going cashless, but it would seem like the apparatus or the system cannot accommodate the volume. Oh, then there is that.
Wow.
Exactly. No.
Are you trying to say the good bankers have left the country?
She might be right.
Most of them. I wouldn't even
right.
I'm not trying to say I am saying, because sometimes, not even, speaking of which, sometime last week, I actually strolled into a bank to get an ATM card. And I just, the service was just really appalling to me. Because I know normally, generally, Nigerians, when it comes to customer service, we zero. We don't have it. Do you understand?
What bank does call them out?
What color is
the bank? It's a very, very conspicuous color.
Oh.
And then again, I mean, stepping in there and seeing the way she's, I'm literally standing in front of you, smiling and telling, even if I'm not smiling, telling you, okay, fine, I need this and everything, and then you do everything you do, and you just drop everything on the
table.
And I'm just looking at her like,
no,
she realized I was just looking. Like, that's all. And I'm like, okay, where's the card? She now points. I'm like,
yeah, a little bit of
how do you?
information.
So it's just like communicates. You understand? But then again, on this Android situation, I would say, I mean, it's really scary to literally be in the marketplace and then literally people accuse you of something that grievous. Anything can happen, like 0 to 100 real quick. And of course, I'll also say that, I mean, I remember having this conversation with someone talking about how, I mean, Nigeria just makes you automatically paranoid. Everybody's thinking everybody's trying to literally swindle them or literally be smart here and there, and definitely doesn't help. Then let's talk about, I mean, internationally, even locally. But then again, I mean, the idea, I mean, there's also situations of like celebrities going to shoppers to collect stuffs and not pay for it.
So
but it's different when it's like a boutique.
Crazy.
It's different when it's like a shop. This is the market. Like, do you have a suicide wish?
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's peradventure. It is what it is, what they say it is.
Exactly. Yeah. But at some point, we're going to have to figure out a way to sort out these transaction issues because it is so scary what happens. We heard from one of our producers today that he tried to make a transfer and discovered his whole account was
zero.
And he didn't understand why it was saying zero. It's not as if he spent it, but then he checks the USSD. And the money was there with USSD, but then in his banking app, it was saying zero.
So something is obviously going on, and it is not just restricted to one particular bank or the other. There must be a system that they are all gatewaying through that's not working properly at this point.
Is it really?
I'm just going to say be careful out there if you're going to make these transactions. Please just make sure if you're a business owner that your transactions get to you first before you allow your customers go. And for anybody who's a consumer trying to purchase anything, if you have cash at this point, honestly, I don't carry cash. I'm cashless right now. I'm commando when it comes when it comes to cash. I go commando.
I don't know when I saw cash like a lot of it.
It's just alarming that you can't trust the system and say, okay, I'm going to go from here to there without any cash.
Not too long ago, we're talking about how these new guys in the finance block are literally the ones, and some marketers. And they will not even accept any of them. But they'll tell you, oh, if it's not this one, don't worry, just go and look for POS or something. Do you understand? So, I mean, I think it's quite sad if the institutions probably that are meant to be the major guys in these fields are not even delivering as good as...
But now those mobile money operators seem to be running things because of how speedily you get to see those
before
alerts.
You even leave the pim-pim.
Before you even say Jack Robinson, the alert has, so it's making a lot of business owners a little more confident.
But at the same time, if they lock you out of that app, just know that
don't forget your password.
Listen, tell us what your experience is. You might want to use the hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC. And also do remember now that we're live on YouTube as at this moment, and also on X. So you can make comments on there. We're going to read them and we are going to respond to you. Thank you very much. Be careful out there if you're making those transfers. Make sure that it's proper before you get out. Especially if you're in Idumota. Careful.
Just be prayerful.
We'll be back. Stay tuned. And you're welcome. We're going to be having a very exciting discussion right now. And it's going to be all about the Grammys because this is our entertainment segment. And today we have very interesting guests here with us. We have Mr. Ladies first. Feifei Agbai is in his house.
Hi.
Welcome. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
And of course, last but not the least is Mr. Akinyele Socha.
It's always a pleasure sharing with me here.
Of course. It's a pleasure. We'll serve you tea and everything.
I didn't drink one today anyway.
So sorry, don't allow it. In any case, we're doing some entertainment news today. And of course, today it's all about the Grammy Awards, simply known as the Grammys. But I don't know what we'll be calling it next year as Nigerians. The awards presented by the Recording Academy of the United States to recognize outstanding achievements in the music industry, not just Nigeria. Now, many regard the Grammys as the most prestigious and also significant award in the music industry. Now, they were originally called the Gramophone Awards and then, became the Grammy Awards after a while. Since 1959. Now, 28 prizes were given. Winners included, from the past, Frank Sinatra and all of the Kingston Trio. But today, as it is, the Grammys have taken a different tone, let's put it that way. It seems to be like, I don't know how to put it. I'm going to say this like I intend to. Africa, or Africans, let's just say Nigerians, think that the Grammys are simply just using us as a poster to push the awards. It's no longer as prestigious. Now, this is their claim. I don't know what you guys thought about the Grammys. Let's talk about our nominations, first of all. We had Burna Boy nominated, Davido nominated. Who else was nominated? Ashake was also nominated. And we came back home empty. Olamide as well, thank you very much. And we came back home empty-handed. And in the usual Nigerian fashion, you people have gone and casted the Grammys. It's like boycott the Grammys, pick up your forks and cutlasses, let's go against the Grammys. Feifei, what was your response to our no Grammy this year?
Okay, so this discussion, seems to have it every year. Grammy this, Grammy that. Was I surprised? Not really.
No.
Sorry, I wasn't surprised because there's a pattern, right? So you don't win anything, then you have Burna Boy performing. One way or the other, you shall collect something. Do you get me? Like, it's a pattern, and I've come to realize something, and we have to come to the conclusion that this is an American award, right? And it is not an African award. We've seen them make mistakes over time. Remember I talked about the Beyonce stuff, attributing Afrobeat to Beyonce on Twitter.
Exactly. That was
mistake.
just mental.
You see the stuff of water, Fella's water.
Yeah.
And like so many things. They don't really understand our culture. They don't really understand us. So I would say in a way, we seem to seek validation from Westerners so much that people that don't really understand you, you expect them to
actually give you accolades.
You get
ding,
me?
Ding, ding, you just gone and done it. But I thought the Grammys was about numbers, about how many records you sold, or I don't know. Let's take the instance now of Tyler Perry going home with the best, what was it now, best song of the year, or is it album?
Performance, yeah.
Music performance. I don't know, what did you think about that? Did she absolutely deserve that award? Be honest.
So I think Tyler, 5 days to the Grammy, I was doing research for a client of mine, a new client, and I was trying to look at numbers, sounds, and the influence of African music worldwide. And while I was doing that research, I was seeing Tyler everywhere.
What was she doing exactly?
She was on charts.
She was personally chatting with...
She was on charts. So at least, okay, let me use Shazam as an example on the show. She was chatting almost every country aside from the Asian side or maybe deep Russia ends, and she was chatting at least first 10, first 20 on those charts. And I can tell you, even though you are farming, that's a popular word among us.
Yeah, sounds like I get that.
Even though you are farming, there's no way you can be that long on chart on Shazam. That means somebody somewhere is searching your song, playing your song, or vibing to whatever it is that.
So you're thinking she deserves the award? She was out there.
She's probably very popular than most of our guys. This last Grammy, I don't know before this Grammy.
If I was to ask you what made her popular, and you put that against the apparatus that made our guys, Ashake, Olamide, and Burna Boy popular, would you say that? How will I put it? Did she earn it?
So I answered that.
Yes.
This lady is a TikTok sensation.
Exactly.
And TikTok is the biggest platform right now to push music. When you're looking for music to cross boundaries and all of that. So, and she literally is one of the biggest TikTok
sensations currently
in the world
because of that
now.
track Make Me Sweat.
So that literally could have given her the audience that would have won her the attention of Grammy Academy members that probably voted, because the Nigerians think is the CEO of Grammy that goes there and say, give this guy an award. Yeah, they set up a system that people play roles in, and those people are from different countries. They are Academy members in this country. Maybe the Nigerians don't know that we have Academy members in this country, people that have voted. So you're not telling me that you think only the vote of your Academy members will get you the award. So, I mean, it's a whole lot of things that we need to understand.
Let's bring it back to Nigeria and the Nigerian reaction. Do you think that it was warranted, the Nigerian reaction against the Grammys, Fefe?
Okay, so first off, we the Nigerians are very dramatic.
Quite so.
We feel like, I think we live in a bubble that we think that we are the only one in the world.
The world revolves around Nigeria.
The world revolves around us.
Nigerian time.
Do you get? I've been in that state before, so I get it. But well, the reactions needed, yes, and I'll tell you why. On the positive side, it began to make us think. I just pray that it doesn't shallow down. Yeah, it began to make us think of, okay, you know what? I think we should focus on our own, because that's the conversation we're having now. Focus on our own. Do you understand? Stop seeking Western validation.
Which one is our own, however? Which credible? Can I say that deliberately?
Yes,
which credible award is our own that we should focus on now?
So
Credible.
Okay, I get where you're. I get it. Okay. But if changes can be made, do you understand? We're talking about the headies.
I didn't say headies, though. I was just. But go on.
You get me? But you know, everyone. Oh, the headies. That's what we have, right? So, if some changes can be made, they can win the trust of Nigerians again, and we push our own. Bring it back home, even if you don't want to do it in Atlanta or something. Probably in Africa. Rebrand or do something and make it something that we say, okay, this is our own.
Because it would seem that the headies, since you use that as an example, is becoming inaccessible to Nigerians. When you have the headies outside of the country, I don't know what the reason is. I don't know, Akiele, whether you agree with me. What's the reason of exporting it outside of Nigeria when Nigerians don't have access to it? And I mean the people, the crowd, the people who actually listen to this music and play this music. You've taken it outside the country. Is it still our own? We don't even know the indices by which you even pick the winners. Is it clear to us? Is there a body at like an academy, or is it just one person like you insinuated?
So I think I would love to make a statement regarding the reactions of Nigerians, because this is very painful for me, because I categorize myself as one of the few guys in the business who I've gone through the phase of building this thing that we have today. I mean, I started my career as a manager 2009-10.
Wow, you're
Until
old.
now, I'm still in the business, doing one or two things, supporting brands, building consulting for different kind of the brands I'm building, and trying to make the work for the next generation people to enjoy whatever work we're doing right now. I'm disappointed in some stakeholders like big names who started the whole conversation of boycott Grammy, talk, and all of that. And I mean, they know themselves anyway. We don't need to call names to make enemies, but they know themselves. And because this the audience, we have a bad wagon audience, like a weak, not critical audience in this country, where they
just go with the flow.
Certain person start a conversation and looks like, oh, it makes sense, so boom, everybody jumps on it, and they don't even want to critically think whatever the person is saying, if it makes any sense or not. And I'm actually not disrespectfully saying that they messed up, but they did messed up by starting that conversation, because trust me, the only person that lost at the Grammy was David, not Afrobeat. Because
exactly.
if it's winning a plaque, Burna Boy already won that plaque for us already. Wizkid won it already as a collaboration. But there's one thing that we would have loved to have so badly, which is that a Afrobeat artist performing on that stage live. Burna Boy got it.
But we did that, yeah, exactly.
So that means we won.
Let's talk about the performance. How did you see the performance with Brandy on there as well?
When I think I still watched it this morning, and I still have shivers.
Yeah, tingles, yeah?
It was so good. You see the display of the African culture, the switch to different songs, and how he was vibing.
Afrobeat
he owned
to
it.
R&B from the
Do
past.
you get me?
It
Like
was really
he owned the stage, and you could feel it. Like literally everyone was up and dancing and vibing, and trust me, that's like the highlights.
That was fantastic. Jay-Z's comments, however.
If that our guy that everybody's crying for has that level of talent, would have won the Grammy, by the way, though.
Oh, Akinele, you just that's
that's the truth. We have to say it once and for all.
Sub. So his name is Akinele Soul Child, by the way, just in case for special. Anyway, let's talk about Jay-Z's Grammy speech. He said something about his wife being one of the best singers ever, but yet had never earned the right to have the Album of the Year category. However, if she's got all these awards, then don't you think that should be one of them? In any case, I felt like it was a message to everybody else. That, there's something wrong with the calculations here. That's my personal opinion. What did you think, Faye?
For me, that speech was needed, right? Everything Jay-Z said, it's just what we all needed to hear. It's something we all know. Some people may just decide to, like, keep it calm and everything. You don't want to go against some people and stuff like that. But that was needed. Though some people saw it as being entitled and all of that, which I don't really think. So, do you understand me? But the Grammys will still be Grammys. It's not mine. It's not ours. Like, it's like I'm not a big fan of awards. I always say this. I'm a big fan of put in the work. Your work is not for everybody. Not everybody will vibe to R&B. Not everybody will vibe to Afrobeat and stuff like that. But at the same time, if you want to do something, do it correctly. If you want to do something, do it right. I read an article about the Grammy saying things about them trying to yield to what people were saying, the critics and stuff like that. That was why they brought in the African performance category and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm like, okay. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't just add up.
Wow.
So I think I don't agree with Jay-Z for some reasons, but I agree on a lot of other things, because he might be speaking finally for some people who have been in the space where they feel deprived or they feel cheated of it. But this same Jay-Z is part of the system of this whole thing to come in now, and it was quite all along. So suddenly now, he can speak for the wife, not even for every other general persons that have been deprived for many years for not being in the circle of people who are in the carcass of the business that can actually get you easy pass to get a Grammy. But on the long run, I think it's a good time to know that the Grammy is a political space. Not everybody
political.
Will win. Not everybody
exactly.
Will win. Not
Exactly.
Win.
Listen, I think that we were nominated alone was a good one for us. We still hold our own to our chest, Davido, Wizkid, or Burna Boy, whichever camp you are on. We think that you are our African stars representing Nigeria, Afrobeat generally outside the world. So for me, hey, let's celebrate our own inside of Nigeria, is what I'm asking.
And Tala is Africa too, let's not forget.
Well,
Pan-African too, though.
Is she South African, yeah?
Yes.
And we're playing a match against them. After the match, we'll decide exactly where we stand. But then again, congratulations to Tyler in any case. It was a grand song. TikTok just made it bigger. Thank you very much, Akili. Thank you very much, Feifei. Always a pleasure to have you guys on our entertainment segment. Do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way inside of Wake Up Nigeria for a Tuesday. Don't go anywhere.
It's time for the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen to begin. In the right-hand corner, I have Chef Harmony. And in the left-hand corner, I have Etinosa. Okay, so this is where I hug you. How you doing? I can't hug
very
you so
well.
Chef.
Okay, no problem.
But welcome back, Chef Harmony. Welcome, Etinosa, to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. As you can see, it's about to go down right here. We have a lot happening in the kitchen today. Whenever Chef Harmony pops around, you see all those professional looking, all this, it's like, all, can you see the dicing and all the nice, I see spice content. Hey, I love this kind of.
This Oyibo things.
Hey, Oyibo things, exactly.
Wow.
Tell us what we're making today, Chef.
Actually, we're making French fried rice alongside with beef a la creme.
Beef a la creme.
Yeah.
A la creme.
Wow. So you want to try and say it?
A la carte.
No, a la creme.
A la creme. A la creme.
Beef a la creme.
Yeah.
Wow, creme
You're gonna
a la
like
creme.
it.
I know, it sounds lovely.
It does sound lovely, and the ingredients sound lovelier. Let's talk ingredients now. What do we have on display? Chef, talk to us.
Okay, we have this shredded beef.
Okay.
We have green red bell pepper. We have red bell pepper. We have bay leaf. We have carrots. We have eggs. We have shredded carrot here as well.
Okay.
The spring onions. We have butter. This is heavy cream. This is my everything mix.
Everything mixed.
Yes, not just
So
one.
that's where you put the
Spice. No, everything mixed. About 10 urban spices here.
Wow. 10 inside.
I don't need to bring everything here, so I just have to
Okay,
bring
okay,
what I
okay.
need. So this is my seasoning.
Seasoning?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So this is my basmati rice, and this is my cornstarch to take in the sauce.
All right.
Remove.
So
And this is my sesame oil.
sesame oil. I love sesame oil. There's something it does to the food. Once it touches the pan like this.
Give you that aroma.
So I can see you've already started, you've prepped, you've cleaned a lot of things. You've started dicing the pepper already. But what do we need to do right now? What has to start cooking now?
Okay, right now we have to wash the basmati rice.
Okay. Go ahead. Please
fire.
go ahead.
So
Please go
parboil
ahead.
it for like 7 minutes before we...
All right.
Move
Now,
on.
while he's getting that done, let's show you the ingredients you need. Should you want to try this at home and make your own French fried rice served with beef a la creme? So, Mama, tell them the ingredient now.
So, you're going to need eggs. You're going to need carrots, butter, shredded beef, sesame oil, dried parsley, heavy cream. Oh, heavy on the cream. Green pepper, spring onions, basmati rice,
Herbs and spices.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Amazing.
All right. So, Mama, this is where I come to you and I ask you, how do you throw down in the kitchen? Nobody has ever asked you this one before, Abby.
No, nobody has ever asked me.
Do you cook?
Well, for the past couple of, maybe 3 years now, I don't think I have cooked.
Really?
Except, maybe Christmas period.
Okay.
Where I just feel like eating something. What did I even cook that day? It was Jamaican sauce.
Oh.
Something I knew that my chef could not do. I just said, okay, you see, I have this recipe.
Okay.
I want to try this thing. But otherwise, I hardly cook. Not like I can't cook.
Yeah.
Not like I don't love cooking, but I don't have the time. And then, since I know she's amazing, she cooks
really well.
Really well.
Okay.
So I don't even bother myself.
But what about growing up? Were there some delicacies that, used to hit home?
My stew.
Okay.
If I cook stew for you, your life will never remain the same.
Okay.
And
like
then,
pepper stew.
Yeah, pepper stew. With oil. But not many people like oil because, to skin, pimples and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my pepper soup in Benin. There's this Benin pepper soup where you use tomatoes and pepper soup spice.
Wait, pepper soup with tomatoes and pepper soup spice.
Like it's the normal pepper soup, but the difference is there's fresh pepper and tomatoes inside. So you eat it in starch. Hey,
really?
Pepper soup and starch. Fresh fish. Oh,
okay, all right.
Salwa.
Okay, all right.
That's food actually.
So, but you know, everybody has a go-to meal that you know if they're home and they're exhausted after a long day, they want to order it, they want to request it. What's your favorite food?
Oh, it should be creamy pasta.
Pasta.
Creamy pasta.
Really?
I don't joke with it.
Okay, all right. So I know you have heavy cream here.
That's why when I read the cream, when I said cream, I said big on the cream because I love cream.
All right. Now we can see Chef Harmony already sprinkling that sesame oil in there.
Already marinate my beef.
So the marinade that you used for the beef, tell us what's in there. Go ahead.
Okay, you use your herb and spice. When I say herb and spice, the chefs and the kitchen staffs will understand herb and spice.
Okay, Chef, please come along.
Like your...
They know they see you again. Come.
Okay, sorry.
Let them see you now.
Like your ginger, garlic, coriander, and all that. Depends on what you want, all you like.
Okay.
So just season it very well, marinate it, let it be tasty, but don't add dark soy or light soy or oyster sauce. No, don't add all of that. Just herb and spice to make it, give it that taste.
Can you smell that sesame oil already? Is it hitting?
I like to have my beef for shawarma. I marinate it and stir fry very well.
So the Nigerian in me is saying the oil is not enough.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it enough?
No, I know, like I'm supporting you. Like not enough. Like that's why I stood up to see how the magic is going to happen.
Are you sure? There's sesame oil, I see plenty now.
No, chef, don't do
Abi? Abi because it costs.
Nigeria now, don't be price, don't be everything every day.
So wait, chef, no, let me get this right. The oil is enough because it's enough or because the oil costs?
You're not supposed to add excess too much.
Okay.
Even put it back, Chef. Okay.
I said be careful as well.
That's the oil that you made.
For management.
Okay.
Not supposed to overuse.
So now, Chef, you mentioned that we're making fried rice. There's only one ingredient here that I've not seen. Where is the omieron? Where is the meat water?
That is the difference. We don't use that. We prepare our stock.
Oh, okay. So you're preparing a stock now.
After parboiling this, I'll make a stock for the rice.
All right. Okay, fantastic. Now
and fried rice, we don't believe omieron, the stock has to be inside. What to make a stock? Just season and your herb and spice.
Okay. No, not really. Not really. I beg to differ. The meat itself is the major ingredient of the stock, not the spice.
That meat without seasoning or any herb and spice, does it have any taste?
It will have taste. It will just it will just not be tasty. But
it's tasteless
you see, there's a difference between chicken stock and beef stock and any other animal stock.
Sure.
So the difference is the animal itself, not the spice.
You know, sometimes it has been, we have some seasoning that I've extracted. We have chicken seasoning, beef chicken seasoning and all that. When you have that one, it has supplement your stock.
I get it.
Good to go.
Okay, so not plain seasoning.
Not exactly.
It has to be like an animal stock seasoning.
Yes, sure.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
that can replace.
We are making
shrimp, we have beef, we have chicken and all that.
Okay, so we have some eggs here. I'm wondering what's going to happen to these eggs later on.
Don't worry.
Talk to me.
Okay, I'm going to break the egg, season it a little bit, whisk it, steam it with the rice.
Ooh. Okay, steaming those eggs. This butter, I think this is what's going to replace our oil, right?
Yes, that butter is going to be the starter for the sauce.
Okay, fantastic. So we are well on our way to a fantastic meal, Abby.
Yes, sir.
We are, right?
We are.
Okay, so, but I have to, everybody has the way they do their own fried rice at home. So how do you do yours? Like, how do you start yours?
Well, I parboil the rice, and I definitely use meat stock. The real meat stock, not spice meat stock.
But you're meant to use chicken stock for fried rice. Say no.
Wow.
No, who wrote that rule book?
I don't know.
So if I prefer beef, I can't use beef because it's fried rice.
Because it's your choice.
No.
The standard is to be chicken.
Okay.
So there's
Chef, why are you doing this thing for front now?
Is it like a culinary rule like that for real?
Yes.
A standard that it must be chicken for fried rice?
Yes, because when you use beef stock,
I don't know this one.
It will give you a brownish color.
Oh.
Chicken stock will maintain that color that you want. So you get. So that's the difference.
What about turkey?
Turkey.
You can use turkey as well. You can use shrimps.
Oh, okay.
But beef is not really...
So that would be like a seafood fried rice.
Goats.
Goat's meat again. It's
Say that one
okay
go
now.
black.
I'm learning now.
class for you.
Okay, so this heavy cream that you said is here, it looks a lot like condensed milk to me. I don't know.
It's not condensed milk. No.
So I can't just use canned milk, any canned milk for...
You can use it, depending on the brand and...
I can.
Supplements, yes.
Because we use normal milk in my house for creamy pasta.
You can.
Before you...
But my issue really is trying to make this meal more affordable because heavy cream, the cost is heavy.
It's expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. So what can I use as an alternative?
What you can use animal milk, animal cream. We have animal and vegetable milk.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 crown.
Okay.
Vegetable milk.
Oh, okay.
Pig milk.
Oh.
Is
animal milk.
Animal milk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So in other words, like the normal milk in the market.
So wait. So my own reference was actually whether it's powdered milk or condensed milk. That's where I was going.
You can't use condensed milk.
Okay.
Condensed milk already have this sweetener.
All right. No,
But doesn't that mean the food will be sweeter?
No. It will not really give you what you want.
It won't give you what you want.
The milk is not for the taste.
All right. So in my mind, my kitchen mind from my house is telling me that this rice is almost there.
Yes.
Almost there, right?
Yes, yeah.
So we can drain the rice now. We are getting set for French fried rice. French fried rice. French fried rice. Don't go anywhere. We'd love to see yours. Use our hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC when you're posting your videos of how you made French fried rice and beef a la creme, courtesy Chef Harmony. Take it away, guys. See you in a bit.
And you're welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria show for the second hour. Here's hoping that our entries for the first hour met your, well, what do you call it? Standards?
Yeah, needs.
Needs?
Yeah, everything you need is what we try to provide every morning. And we offer a full course meal, hopefully to delight your every single taste bud.
Absolutely. I can already take in that whiff from inside of the kitchen. I know it's going to be a very exciting session that you guys had there with Etinosa.
Yes, so.
Always the bubble of joy and fun and activity she is every single time.
She is.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with Winfrey and Chef Harmony right now. Wave, give a wave, give a wave. This way, this way, this way.
Anyway. It's all good. So you can tell that the rest of the show is definitely going to be fun. We've still got 45 minutes to go. So we're really glad that you guys have chosen to stick with us here this morning.
It's one of those experiences that have been painstakingly curated just to make you happier. Now, it's early in February still, but we know it's about to get better for you.
Absolutely.
Just because you're right here watching us right now.
You bet.
My name is... Jinx! My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
My name is Mazino Appeal. Remember, use the hashtag Wakeupnigeria on TVC across all our social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television. Use the hashtag as well. It's Wakeupnigeria on TVC, whether it's X, Instagram, every single thing. And we are live right now on YouTube, where you should be seeing us and also making comments on there. Please make sure that you also have the app Carry Us with you every single place. Available on Google Play Store and on iOS.
Yes, indeed. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, like some people I met yesterday, you need to do that right now. You can also watch us live on GOTV channel 16 or UHF channel 49 or StarTimes channel 121.
Absolutely. Now, let's let you know what we have for you for the next 1 hour. Coming your way, we have a session on health.
Yes, indeed.
And a very interesting one that you guys should actually be tuning in for. We're talking mental health today. And of course, we will be joined by a very interesting personality for this one. Now,
Dr. Bonjola.
Thank you for that, because you know I was going to
Yeah.
Dr. Bojola is going to be joining us to talk about mental health for the, month of February, let's put it so.
Yeah. When it comes to parenting, we have Amaka Odunwo. She is a personal and family life coach with a background in guidance and counseling, and she has over 15 years experience cultivating a deep understanding of household dynamics, working across diverse sectors like families, non-profits, schools, churches, and coaching organizations. Understanding your child is one of those things that everyone has to work on, and we're going to talk about that later. Welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Yeah, we have Etinosa, we have Chef Harmony, and of course, Princess Winfrey.
Thank you.
How you doing? Yes. Welcome. You've come to join in the fun in the kitchen, and we love having you, darling.
Oh, thank you. So I was asking the chef, and the chef said this is French.
No, this is
semovita.
Is
it semovita? Please, what's going on in the pan now?
Is it making
cream for the beef.
The cream for the beef.
Yes.
Okay, and what exactly do we have there?
We have the heavy cream, cornstarch, and butter.
Okay.
Mixed together. That's
Heavy
all.
cream, cornstarch, butter in that pan.
Yes.
All mixing down. Okay.
So tell us what makes the difference between French fried rice and Chinese stir fry.
French fried rice does not really require too much of vegetables. And while making the rice, we don't stir fry vegetables. Steam everything inside. So that is different. Just two veggies, just the spring onions and the carrots.
And the carrots, that's all.
Yes.
Oh, wow, interesting. And that's going in where? The rice?
Yes, going inside.
Okay. So the egg goes directly into that basmati rice.
Yes.
So basmati rice was parboiled earlier on.
Yes, parboiled.
Yeah.
So after parboiling, you bring it out, you make that stock, like I said, season it to your taste, then let it boil. Then
just leaving the egg on top of the rice like that.
Oh, the rice.
Wow.
So is it boiling now, frying?
No, it's going to steam on a low heat.
Steam.
It's steaming.
Give it some.
Steam on low heat. You didn't add any spice to the rice though, right?
I've done.
Okay, what did you add?
I have my seasoning and my everything mixed.
All right, fantastic. Things are going down nicely, smoothly.
Yeah.
Look at these vegetables though. Like you've done a
saute,
saute, yeah?
Vegetables.
So inside the same sesame oil that we were, we're measuring it earlier. How much?
This is going inside the beef a la creme.
Okay. Oh. All right.
So what consistency are we looking for?
The texture.
Yeah, for the texture.
Has to be very smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah, and the cornstarch has to be cooked as well. So we give it time.
Okay, all right.
All right.
So we're gonna give it time.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it time. While we're giving it time, let's have a conversation with Etinosa. Now, we've been on the. We've kind of been with the chef earlier on, and we're talking a bit about how she is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about.
And she said she has a chef. She doesn't bother herself with. See, I feel you. It's a princess vibe. You get.
Thank you. My life is just fun.
You say your favorite meal is pasta.
Pasta.
Really?
So I have several favorite meals, depending on my mood.
Oh yeah, give us.
So I have starch and pepper soup, the one I talked about.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
And yes, there's a creamy pasta. And recently, rice and stew. I don't understand.
Rice and stew.
It's been. Oh. And there's granite soup.
Okay, granite soup.
So you make it like egusi, but instead of using egusi, you use granules.
Really?
The
Exact same way. Wow.
That has been my favorite of late. So I have so many favorites.
And my mouth is already watching all these things you're saying. It's actually really interesting getting to know what our guests cook at home. But what about this health movement everybody has been on? Have you made any?
She checked out.
Have you left the WhatsApp group?
She left it. WhatsApp and deleted and blocked everybody.
What? Okay. So my mom always tries to advocate, and my eldest brother, he's a health freak. But I don't know, all this healthy food, they're not sweet. I like food too much.
Wow. Okay. So, do you think, Chef, she said there's no healthy food that's sweet. Can we correct that notion?
Please, educate me.
Healthy food is sweet.
There is so.
Which one?
Depend on what you're looking for.
Like what?
Some want to be slimmer, some want to hard weight, depend on the kind of texture you're looking for, or the concentration you're looking for.
Okay, which one are you looking for?
Like me now, if I want to go for health, I would like to work on my skin.
So she said she wants to lose weight.
Chef, which one?
So what would I?
So what
What
would she
healthy
eat?
food
Which
would
one
I
is
eat
healthy?
to glow and lose weight?
Yeah?
We do more fruits.
Oh, fruit is
Did I not say it?
smoothies.
Did I
Fruit
not
is
say it?
sweet
You
now.
know sweet.
Fruit is not sweet.
greens.
Pineapple is not sweet.
Okay, sweet, but
Banana,
after you eat already, banana, you still be hungry.
Is it
now.
hungry?
No. There's some
Like
things you can use eat as well. Like eat sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Okay, sweet
Tomato.
potato is nice.
Nice, nice.
You
So
used to
the
make
food you
salad.
make in the pepper
That should be your
soup, it becomes
breakfast.
part of the soup. It's tomato I'm eating now.
So you know that
Fresh tomato.
So it's healthy food I'm
So,
eating.
chef,
I
I know you're doing some things back here, but everybody wants to
Yeah,
see.
try to watch this.
We want so sorry, darling. Everybody wants to see what the chef is up to.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
this beef, for instance, it has been calling our name ever since he sautéed it. And if you haven't seen this beef yet, this is exactly how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Shredded beef. It's not too dry. It's just nice and succulent.
So something is happening in the pot right now.
Yeah, okay.
The spring onion is going into the steamed eggs and the rice.
And the carrots.
And the carrots as
Grated
well.
carrots.
Okay.
Grated carrots, okay.
So that egg, you didn't turn the egg.
No, it's still there.
Just leave it. Just leave
Yes,
it.
okay.
Oh, wow.
So just making layers of layers.
Just leave it.
Okay, I need to increase
Increase,
this for you, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
the egg has been steaming on top of the basmati rice.
Yes.
The cream, cornstarch, and spices are cooking with the butter. And everything looks like it's going well. Etinosa, thank you so much for joining us in the kitchen today.
Thank you for having me in the kitchen.
Yay.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, okay. And hopefully you'll be cooking soon.
Yes, so.
Well, very soon.
Yeah, I mean, Valentine is coming, you can...
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I apologize.
I'm reserving the question I was about to ask, like, who is she cooking for? But we have to take a break.
Don't
We have to take a break.
Who are you cooking for if you decide to?
Yeah? For your children.
Yeah. I'm cooking for my baby girl.
Oh, na love. Oh, na love.
I love.
Let's take a quick break, guys. We will be back after this.
And you're welcome. It's time for our health segment. Today, we have a very special doctor with us, Dr. Bonjubola Abiri. I had to do a bit of practice for there. She is a consultant psychiatrist, lecturer, managerial psychologist, professional speaker, and also CEO of ReadyMed Consulting Services. She's the co-author of 2 books, Mental Health in the Workplace and also the Handbook of Forensics Mental Health in Africa. Now, we're going to be discussing, as you know, mental health, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If I had the flute, I'd play it, but I don't. You know the movie, Old Western.
Absolutely.
You're welcome, Dr. Bonjubola.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the lesson in Yoruba names.
You're very
At
welcome.
the beginning, me.
Yeah, that's it.
Bonjubola.
Yeah.
So let's talk mental health. What's the good? What's the bad? What's the ugly? Let's start so.
All right, so I think a good place to start would be to, talk about what mental health is and what it is not. Usually, when you ask people, do you have mental health? Everybody refrains and they're looking at you like, why? Why that response? That response is because of the word mental. And that response comes largely because when people hear the word mental, what they're thinking is Yaba left, what they're thinking is arrow, what they're thinking is the disheveled man or woman on the street.
Yeah.
However, when you speak to the word mental or you say the word mental, what it speaks to is the mind, the brain. And of course, health, as defined by the WHO, is a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being. And so when you say that someone is mentally healthy or you are in a state of mental health, it means that you are in a state where you are successfully able to perform the functions of your mind. Now, what are the functions of your mind? To think, to imagine, to perceive, to express, and to, have behavior. So what is the good about mental health? We all have mental health. So even though we run away from the definition or when we say, are you mentally healthy? Do you have mental health? All of us have mental health. But then again, there's this continuum about how it is that you can be mentally healthy, but there's also mental illness. And so it is the lived experiences, the trauma, the adverse childhood experiences, adult traumatic experiences, environmental difficulties that can tilt us either way, either
Healthy
towards
or
health,
unhealthy.
exactly, or towards, illness. What is the bad? The bad is that despite the fact that we know so much, we're not doing as much as we know. So what do we know? We know that the WHO says that about 1 in 4 persons at some point in their lives will come down with a mental health condition. 1 in 5 at the workplace, either a mental health condition or a substance use disorder.
1 in 5?
Yes.
At the workplace?
Yes. So mental health disorder or a substance use disorder or a combination of both. What's also bad is that between 76 and 85% of people who have mental health conditions never get the help that they need. Now, what is the ugly? The ugly is that our language, our behavior, our, the way we portray it, either in the media or, when it is portrayed irresponsibly. These are the major deterrents. They are the things that do not allow people to seek help. Of course, the stigma, discrimination, and ignorance does not help. So that's the good, that's the bad, and that's the ugly.
Wow. Did you practice that in front of the mirror this morning? Because that's a lecture in mental health. But thank you very much. That's very interesting. It's very alarming, the stats that you gave about 1 in 5 in every workplace actually going through some sort of mental health condition or the other. But how do I know as a person, as an individual, now that I'm a bit off when it comes to my mental health? What are the symptoms? I can use that word, yeah?
Yeah,
that's a good word.
Definitely.
What are the symptoms to noting individually now as a person that I need some help?
All right, so thank you for that question. And, the response I usually give when I'm asked that question is that the scary part is that you may never know.
Wow. And
you may never know because the organ that is affected when you have a mental health condition is the brain. How does the brain tell itself that it is sick?
Yeah.
That it is sick. It just may never be able to. However, there's the idea about how it is that as individuals, we must be self-aware. So know yourself, know your limits, know your triggers, know, what puts you in a certain mood at a certain time, know why you're feeling a certain way. If you know yourself, you're more likely to be able to pick up the symptoms when they start to show up. Then, of course, beyond yourself, it's also important that other people around you are also interested in you. They know you. You have people around you and in your life who are interested and are able to tell when something is not quite right. And so as an individual or, people in the general populace who might know you, family, friends, loved ones, what are some of the symptoms that we look out for? There's this mnemonic that we have. It's called the baptometry. But basically what it does, it's a mental status examination.
Baptometry is...
Yeah. So a mnemonic, I would go through
please.
it now. So the first one is behavior. What is the behavior like? I mean, you come into work and you're looking, as dapper as you're looking.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Or you come in another day and, your tie is off, your shirt is not properly. What's going on? Or you get in here and then you just throw your legs on the table. People are like, yeah, there's something not quite right. Then there's the appearance. Are you dressed appropriately for the occasion? Or did you show up at work today and it's not traditional and you're fully in agbada and, appearance. Is this person well-kept, well-groomed, disheveled looking or not? So that's the BAP, B-A. And there's the mood. How do you feel? The response in Nigeria almost always is, how are you? How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Without even thinking about it. Final response.
I've been saying this for years. Stop saying you're fine. Tell them.
Final response. So go in and really ask yourself, are you tired? Are you angry? Are you cranky? You should be able to say all of these things, even though they may sound negative at that point in time. Then, of course, there's something that we call the affect. Somebody says to you, I am fine, Mazino, and they're crying. You can't be fine and be crying. And so that affect is not reactive.
That's happened once or
It's
twice.
not congruent with the mood that you're saying. Then we move on to the P. The P has to do with perceptual abnormalities. Have you noticed that you are hearing voices of people you can't see, and it's not over the phone?
Oh, wow.
And those things happen.
Scary.
So, yes, hallucinations in any of the sensory modalities, auditory, visual.
I hear his voice in my head now.
Auditory, visual, olfactory, tactile, in any of those. And then we move on to the thought. What is the line of thought? Is this person even speaking to you? I've had patients who I have sat with for 1 hour and they refuse to say anything. Are they saying anything? Are they talking too much? Are they talking too little? Then, of course, you want to know the content of thought. You can sit with someone and they look at you and they say, I'm tired and I want it all to end.
Oh, wow.
Suicidal. And some people also believe that they have, other people have influence over their thoughts. Some people don't believe that their thoughts are theirs. Then, of course, you move on to orientation. Is this individual well-orientated in place, person, or time? And so I say good morning to you, and I say without looking outside, without what is the time? And someone can tell you, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Clearly disoriented in time. Or you ask someone for their name, and they're like, I don't know what my name is. Dementia. Where are you? I think we're in a hospital. Poor orientation.
Wow.
And memory, you want to check the immediate memory. I tell you an information and I'm getting it back. Short-term memory, what did you have for breakfast? What did you have for dinner? Long-term memory, when did Nigeria gain independence? Then intellect. random questions. Who is the governor? Who is the president? And some people, while, we may take it for granted, I know this thing, some people actually don't know it because their, mental state is declining. Then the last one, of course, is judgment. You want to find out what this person would do in a certain situation. And last but not the least, does this individual, with all the complaints that have been made, understand that these symptoms are indicative of a mental health condition? Would they take help? Would they take the support that they need? So that's what basically we look out for. Of course, you look out for things like, sleep, appetite, mood, energy, interests, whether or not there's a huge variation.
This is so much to actually take in. But I see the essence of every single one of those, what do you call it now, to look out for. Yeah. Whether nuance or all-out expressions. But we hide so much, especially as professionals. I speak for every media practitioner here, that while we're on here with smiles on our faces, sometimes we're going through the worst. And that has a, an effect on our mental state as well, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely it does.
Because that roller coaster to go from one emotion to the other in the 5 minutes that it takes me to do this, keeping a smile on my face. I'm fine, by the way. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine for now. But there are days when I'm absolutely not having it, but yet I still have to have the smile on my face. How can I work around that? They say I'm one of two things. I'm either absolutely happy or absolutely angry. Actually, and that's the definition of who Mazino is. There's no in between. Is that normal?
Well, normal is relative. But with all that you said, it's how they say this is not my real face. And so, like you rightly said, there's some days that you show up and you show up at your best self. There are other days that you're not quite right. And it's a reality for all of us. Every day is not a great day. There are days I wake up and I'm like, today is not a great day. But what am I saying to myself? What am I telling myself, about that day? And I think that now that you've asked this question, it's also very important to speak to that topic that is masked depression, smiling depression, functional depression.
You're scaring me, doctor. Functional depression.
Yes.
So I can still function, but...
Yes.
Not saying that that's what's happening with me currently. It's just, you're giving me tips on what to watch out for.
Yes.
So there is such a thing as masked depression.
Yes.
And it's dangerous.
Definitely, it is dangerous.
Because I could explode any day.
Yes, you can, especially if you're unable to identify it and you're not taking steps to take care of what is going on with you at that point.
So does this mean that a break might be essential?
Definitely.
So, sorry, excuse me. Can we, Mr. Olamide, I'm sorry, but I'm done here today. I think I need a break, man. I'm done. I'm done. But these are interesting bits that our HR and directors and producers and senior manager have to understand. Because I've been worked to the bone this year.
The year only just started.
It only just started. I'm going mentally cuckoo. Doctor, it wasn't supposed to be this fun. It was supposed to be rather grim, but it's fun getting that information from you. And I hope that everybody out there took home a lesson and you're looking out for these little nuances, these little signs. We're having you again next week, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
So we hope that you bring on, let's talk about mental health in workplaces next week. That would be grand because I think everybody's been quiet. All in my ears been quiet because we were getting so many gems from you. So Dr. Bojubola, did I get it?
Did well.
We're going to be having you next week and let's talk about that, please. Moving on now, let's have our performance coming our way. Manez is in the studio. We're just going to let him take it away.
Thank you so much for staying with us. It's still an amazing Tuesday edition right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And right now for parenting, I have Amaka Odunowo, who is a personal and family life coach with a background in guidance and counseling. With over 15 years of experience, she has cultivated a deep understanding of household dynamics working across diverse sectors such as families, nonprofits, schools, churches, and coaching organizations. Now, we're going to be discussing relationships generally, right? But then again, focusing on understanding your child. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
I like how nice you look. You look so nice and welcoming.
Thank you.
It's really, really nice.
Thank you for having me.
This Nigeria, seeing people that have this easy demeanor, it's not quite easy.
You have to fight for it.
You have to fight for it. Very true. Okay, now tell me about your journey so far, right? And why, did you go into this field?
Okay, so I started out in guidance and counseling. That's what I studied in university.
Okay.
And so they'll send you out practicums, you do practice and all of that. And then in service here, I worked a bit with. And I just started to notice that certain families acted in certain ways and had certain children.
Okay.
And it became a trend. So when I started working, I began my career with early years education. We would notice as teachers, you will see that there's a type of family that produces a type of child. And there's a type of parenting that produces a type of child.
Wow.
And a lot of times we focus on the children. This child is problematic. This child is this child is that.
Ignoring the fact that they came from somewhere. Okay.
Most children behavioral problems are symptoms. They are not the causes, and they are not even the disease.
In all cases, would you say?
No, I'll just say most.
Okay.
Most of the time, children. In family modeling, we basically say children are kind of like the mirror that you use to see what is going on.
What the family is really like. So let's talk about practical examples. Are we talking about bullies, for instance?
Yes, you can talk about everything from bullying. Right now with the Gen Alpha, that is children born from 2010 down, mental health is a big deal. They are depressed, they are suicidal, they are having violent tendencies. It's a lot.
And what would you say is really causing that directly?
So there are different postulations. Now, people say, oh, it's the media, which is a factor.
Okay.
People say breakdown of community, which is a factor. People say family, which is the factor I focus on the most.
Absent parents, busy parents,
negligent parents, abusive parents, toxic parents, and parents who are really just trying hard. But it's difficult. Look, parenting is hard.
It's not easy.
Parenting is hard. It's hard work. And most of the times we are not trained to be parents. So we just have a child, they give you a baby in the hospital, you go and you just, so you hear something on social media, you hear something from your pastor, you read a random book, you watch a random YouTube video, and you're just, I won't run my career like that.
Very true. So now, what would you say is a specified way to handle the situation of parenting?
I think that one of the first things I would want to focus on is build a relationship with your child. It's so simple, but at the end of the day, we have data, right? A lot of research has shown that children that come from close-knitted families where there's a lot of open communication and the families are like positive and strong and happy, those particular children tend to have less violent tendencies, less risky sexual behavior. They do better in school. They do better in finances. They do better in their health. They have longer lives. They have better physical health. They get sick less. It's I'm serious.
Can imagine the impact of parenting over a child.
Yeah, so if you just focus on building your family, building a strong relationship with your children, right, and just having a positive family, that's like the first step. So instead of now like niching down and doing the tactics of how to speak to this child, how to get my child to listen, how to stop yelling at the child. Just breathe and just say, okay, this is my family. We are going to be here. Parenting is not 18 years. It's not 21 years. Right? My father was praying for me this morning before I came up here, right? And how old am I? In my 30s.
Yeah.
So
she just was fine.
I'm in my mid-30s.
Is fine.
Okay. Parenting is long-term, right? In your 50s, God helping you, you still have your parents. In your 70s. And right now, psychologists are telling people, cut off your parents, they're toxic. Did you get? So if we stop looking at the short term of parenting as, parenting is, while the child is under my roof, while my child, before my child goes to boarding school, before my child goes to university, and start thinking of, I'm building a relationship that's going to last for 50 years. I'm building a relationship that's going to last till I die. I want to be able to be grown and aged, you know, I still have my children want to call me and talk spend with time you with me. I want to expose their children to me.
Okay, so now in case you're just joining us, we're actually talking on the topic understanding your child, right? And then I think this is actually very important. Now, what do you have? So what would you say your idea is when it comes to, I mean, you're talking about knowing your child, talking about communicating and building a relationship with your child. Sometimes you see a child and another person, and the parents communicates, and sometimes people are like, you're talking to him like he's a grown adult. So do you believe in that kind of thing, speaking to your child like they understand certain things at certain levels and having vocal communication, as opposed to we growing up, what they tell you to do, that's what you do. There's no buts, no. So yeah.
Children are born persons. Children are born people. Right? And I was fortunate to learn really early on, you can start talking to your children from the womb, you start having conversations with them as soon as they are born. But really, it's not just the communication. So if I can backtrack a little bit, when I'm thinking of relationships, right, and understanding your child as a factor, there's a quote we use for business and branding and positioning. We say, all things being equal, people do business or refer business to those they know, they like, and they trust, right? And so that's by, I think, Bob Berg. And so I bring it to family, and I say, your children will build a relationship with you if they know you like you and trust you, and will switch it. Okay. So understanding your child is really the knowing factor. It's how do you know this child? And there are different ways. So the first thing I would even say is proximity. Spend time around your child. Like, just be in the same space. You might not be engaging, we might not be having conversations, but just by being in the same space with you, I'm hearing how you speak. I'm seeing your body language. I'm seeing what you're engaged in. I'm seeing how you're engaging with others. So that gives me a picture. Maria Montessori says observation is like the best tool parents and teachers have. Another thing I will say as well is presence. So proximity is not presence. I can be in the same space with you. I can be a stay-at-home mom. I can be a homeschooling mother, and I'm here. My child is here and I'm on my phone. I'm having conversations. I'm watching TV. So engaging with your child, listening to your child, processing what is going on, the emotions, the language, everything, just being there, right? So that is presence. Another thing I would say is persistence. Okay. It is tiring. It is hard work. You know, we assume that, oh, I love my child, so it's going to be so easy, it's going to be so nice. Parenting is hard. Children are human beings, so they have mood swings, they have bad days, there are days they don't even want to talk. And God bless you, now start having teenage hormones and puberty hormones. It's juicy. So you have to be persistent. You cannot afford to give up. Something that worked yesterday is not working today. We just keep going. Something that worked 2 years ago is not working today. We keep going. And passion. Your child has to want to know. Imagine somebody's toasting you, and the person is just, oh, hi, how are you? I'd like to see you today. Will you be around? You're not around? Okay, no problem. Whenever you're around. Okay, yeah. Do you know, there's a way somebody like this person is not even interested. Yeah, you're not interested. Right, true, so true. Be interested. Let your child know that you're interested. Okay. And be peaceful. We like fun.
So now, so now, as much as you say, so I actually want to ask this question. Sadly, we don't have time. So just quickly, right? I mean, people grow, or as much as you're saying this, it actually makes sense to want to do this. I'm sure there are people that really want to do this, but because of the background they also have had, right? And the kind of ways they've also grown up, they've actually naturally grown to be quite aggressive, right? So how would you advise that they approach, very briefly?
If you decide you want to do it, just give yourself bits of time. Tell yourself 1% of my day is 15 minutes, right? So for 1% of my day, can I take this part and just try? Do you see? It's hard work. So it's like going to the gym, right? You start with a little weight. So you might just start with, okay, even if I can do 15 minutes, can I do 5 minutes of just looking at my child and how was your day? How are you feeling? Can you tell me what's going through your mind? Can we draw a picture together? Can we color? Can we read a book together? Can we take a walk? Can we cook together? And just learning the spirit of shut up. Yeah, me say just like you can just do go to the bathroom, wash your face, breathe, calm down. You know, it's emotional intelligence really just works. So the same way you do it at work, a colleague offends you, you're not going to just have that same mindset and just forgive yourself. It's not easy. So if you've not done it before, just keep practicing, keep pressing, get help, get a coach, get a teacher, watch YouTube videos, there are books, there are so many resources. But pace yourself and be committed to it. All
right, amazing, amazing. Thank you so, so much. It was really, really, I have a whole lot of questions, but I mean, right now, we can't take a lot of them. But then again, you're coming here next week again. We're going to continue this conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and right now we have the whole family in the kitchen, and they managed to kick me out. That's fine. So, Titi, tell us.
All right, it's been a very interesting Tuesday morning right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Won't you agree?
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Yes.
Very active.
Wow. Etinosa has been with us most of today, and she has something special that's coming out in cinemas, yes? I'm sorry, please go ahead. It's out already. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Go ahead.
Yes.
What's it called?
So, my film titled When Tables Turn is out on YouTube for you to see for free.
Oh,
Is that
fantastic.
Etinosa TV?
Yes, on
Etinosa
Etinosa TV. Amazing.
You know I follow you, girl.
Oh, my God.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised, Mazino.
Well, of course, I love Etinosa's content.
Really?
Nice. He pays attention.
So, When Tables Turn is centered on a couple trying to conceive.
Okay.
It is a very educational and entertaining film about how to conceive, what to do when you can't conceive, how to trust in God, and how to be patient, and how a man and his wife must support each other when they are trying to conceive.
Nice.
Generally, most African men or the families of African men blame the women that, oh, you probably have done something with your womb, oh, this, you're barren, or what. Sometimes they don't even bother to go to the clinic to get tested to know where the fertility issue is coming from. And that's what this film tries to shed more light on, you know, conception, fertility issues from the male or the female side, and so have you.
If people want to check this out, is Etinosa TV on YouTube?
Yes,
and of course on Instagram.
Instagram will lead you to YouTube.
Fantastic.
I can't wait to hear what she thinks about our meal. So please taste it already. It's been a while since you've been inside here. Have a taste real quick.
She was here watching it all go down.
Yeah, looks delicious already.
Definitely starting from the beef.
She's been waiting.
Oh my God.
That eye roll.
It's soft.
Oh, okay.
Succulent.
Okay.
Tasty.
Listen, just continue. We'll round off the show. Don't worry.
Chef Harmony.
Chef Harmony, thank you very much. It's brilliant.
Really love what you put together here. French fried rice and cream beef.
Yes, indeed. Fantastic stuff.
Beef a la cream.
Yes. It's been a great one for a Tuesday.
Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. everyone. Have a great day.
Have a great day, people. Bye-bye. Catch you guys tomorrow.